Hey, what up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Feast Mode, the show in which I break my fast with a bang bang, which is two separate meals from two different places. Today we're doing KFC versus KFC. Obviously, that's going to be the Colonel's own Kentucky Fried Chicken versus Korean Fried Chicken, and I chose to do banchan because I think it's the most, probably the most popular, probably the most mainstream, and most easily accessible Korean fried chicken in the States. And it was also actually my first introduction to Korean fried chicken, as it is probably for a lot of you as well. So I wanted to go with that. I got some soy garlic and some of the spicy. With the KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, I got their new sort of chicken and waffles offering, which is just a drumstick, a thigh, and a waffle with some Mrs. Butterworth syrup. With the banchan, you also get some kimchi coleslaw and some white rice as well to kind of round out the whole meal experience. Cool. So, on today's fast, and some Diet Pepsi with the KFC. For today's fast, I'm coming off a 37-hour fast. I literally just hit that a minute ago. And so the last thing I ate was on Sunday evening around midnight. Made a little stop at the 7-Eleven for some terrible egg salad sandwich and super crunchy, overcooked taquito. But, you know, the past, it was horrible, as expected. But I'm very excited about this meal. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. I'm going to start with the banchan, because if memory serves, it is the superior chicken. So let's get into it. Alright, when eating fried chicken, elbows on the table is perfectly acceptable, as you all know. Here we go. 37 hours in. Just water and black coffee for the last 37 hours. About to break it with some banchan soy garlic chicken. Here we go. That soy garlic glaze is so good. Skin is super crunchy. I know y'all can hear that. And normally when I get fried chicken from a Korean spot, or even an American spot, I usually get fries with it. But I chose not to this time. I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful about the stuff I eat lately. Just for general health. And the fact that I've put on quite a bit of weight since I last put up another one of these videos. My very first video, in fact, about 3 months ago. And so I'm trying to cut down on the fried foods that aren't necessarily needed for these videos. So fries, some other time. Not this time. Kimchi coleslaw is real nice. Ooh, it's got some heat to it. I actually didn't expect that, because kimchi, even though it has that sinister red look, it's usually not that spicy, but this has some heat. I think they've added, in addition to the kimchi juice from the actual pickling of the kimchi, I think they've added something else in here. It's definitely fighting back. That's nice. It's actually been many months since I've been to banchan. It's actually not my favorite fried or Korean fried chicken place. I have other ones that I'll probably have featured in some other videos, but it was my first, and it's going to be the first for a lot of you guys. It probably was the first for a lot of y'all. So it definitely has a special place in my heart. The soy garlic glaze is awesome though, without a doubt. Y'all can hear that crunch. And that's due to preferred method of double frying. They'll fry it the first time, the wings the first time, to like 80% completion. And then follow up as the chicken is ordered for the final like 20% completion. And that double frying, along with the, I think, rice flour in the batter, helps to make it way more crispy than you're probably accustomed to with like a lot of these other Western fried chicken joints. Really helps with the crispness. All right. Classic combo, chicken and waffles from a classic chicken place. KFC. I don't normally love their chicken. I find it tends to be kind of wet and soggy, and I doubt that's what they're going for. But this actually looks pretty good. I do like the flavor that you get with the KFC chicken. Those 11 herbs and spices go a long way. Let's try it out. This is your regular drumstick. It's much smaller than I remember. Maybe it's just gotten bigger. But there you go. Absolutely no crunch at all. It's got that greasy, soggy feel to it. But again, the flavor is there. I like the lemon herbs and spices. I'm not going to apologize about that. I get a little piece of my dog later. Let's try this with the syrup here. It's good. Needs some heat. I wish KFC offered us spicy chicken. I know they have like a Nashville style chicken, but like a regular item on the menu, they don't have that. And they really should. Anyways, not bad. Not bad. Obviously, if you're gonna go for some lower quality chicken, like KFC, I would recommend opting for the dark pieces. Dark pieces in general, but especially at a lower quality place like Kentucky Fried Chicken. All right, so new item on the menu: waffles and chicken. This waffle actually looks different than what I expected. I expected something like an Eggo. Okay, I definitely should have heated this up. It actually tastes pretty good, but it's not crunchy, not crispy at all. And if we're talking about a Belgian style waffle, which I think this is, it should be very crispy on the outside and then soft and fluffy in the middle. And I don't know if it's because it's just a low quality product from KFC or because it's been about 30 minutes since I ordered it. The texture is not all that great, but the flavor is not bad. All right, I'm gonna bounce back. You know what? Let me finish this guy. I got an off-screen boneyard while I transport these guys. Something about seeing just bones without the meat, stripped of the meat, that's kind of unappetizing to me. I don't know if it is for y'all, but I'd rather see it separated from my food. All right. Nice try, KFC. Nice try. You know, 37 hours may seem like a long time without going with any food if you're new to fasting, but if you've been doing it for as long as I have, which is about 9 to 10 months, I started it sometime in 2019. You get to a point where you just don't feel hungry anymore. Your body has gone through all its glucose stores and or glucose that you've gotten from your last meal, especially if it's carbohydrate heavy. Excuse me. got some heat in there. And starts working on your fat stores or your stored fat cells as its energy source. And once you kind of get into that zone, like the hunger just kind of dissipates. And I've worked out since that, since my last meal on Sunday night. I've already had 3 workouts. I've been doing this 2-a-day sort of project, self-improvement project this month. And so I have one more tonight. It's actually snowing pretty heavily, so I might just suck it up and make it out there anyways, but we'll see. But the hunger just kind of dissipates after a certain amount of time, especially when you go to bed. You don't wake up hungry at all, which is great. Helps to kind of curb your appetite, which leads to, you know, more weight loss. But once you get the food in front of you, I'm gonna try the spicy this time. Your salivary glands just go into overdrive. Right before I started this video, right before I started recording, it's like sloshing around my mouth. All that saliva getting ready for this. And that first bite is just heavenly. Damn, this is good. Damn, that's hot. Forgot how spicy this is. Woo! That's fighting back. Oh, the flavor of this chicken is so good, though. Mmm. Mmm. I remember when Bonchon first hit the States. When I first had Bonchon, 7, 8, 9 years ago. They were infamous for taking 1,000 years to cook their chicken. Literally, you would have to wait at least 45 minutes. Because I think they did the first fry of the 2 when you ordered it. And I think since then they've wised up and gotten like a batch of the first fried chicken kind of ready to go. And then just kind of doing the second fry as it's ordered. Which just cut down the wait time to about 10 minutes. Completely reasonable. Mmm. That's so good. If I have one complaint with this chicken, sometimes the flavor on the skin, whether it's the spicy or the soy garlic, doesn't penetrate all the way down to the bone. So the meat that's like right on the bone, sometimes it doesn't have all that flavor because the actual breading sort of acts like a shield, like a barrier to hold the spice and the glaze from penetrating all the way to the bone. But other than that, it's a damn near perfect piece of fried chicken. No trace. All right. Mrs. Butterworth versus Aunt Jemima. It's Mrs. Butterworth. I can say that because I grew up eating Aunt Jemima. It wasn't until my later years that I discovered Mrs. Butterworth, and I realized I've been doing it wrong this whole time. So the Bonchon, 6 pieces of chicken, a side of kimchi coleslaw. You can also opt for a regular coleslaw or just kimchi, or pickled radish, and the rice for about $11. KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. One waffle, 2 pieces of chicken, dark meat chicken, and a drink for just under $7. So even with the $4 price differential, I would definitely choose this over that. 8 out of 10 times. And I've made Korean fried chicken myself a couple times. I think 3 times last year for some friends for gatherings and whatnot. And 2 out of the 3 times turned out great. And the one time where I really needed to count, it was like a Christmas sort of gathering or like a holiday gathering, and it bombed terribly. I got the amount of ingredients all wrong. It was just terrible, and I burned the sauce too. So. Still learning. Getting better at cooking is definitely one of my goals this year. I'm okay. If you see one of my previous videos, maybe a month and a half ago, right after I got back from Japan, you'll see a recipe that turned out really well. So I do have some skills in terms of following directions, but I can't freestyle things yet, and that's something I want to get to that place by the end of this year, where I can just like look at some ingredients and know what kind of spices, what kind of herbs and spices that would complement that sort of protein or vegetable or whatever, and be able to whip up something off the dome. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, but if you guys are interested in seeing some of my past videos in which I document my trip to Japan with my friend Lynn, I will post a link to it somewhere in the video, one of these places. I'm still new to this, so I'll figure that out. No, this is so good. What is this? The fuck? Back to the soy garlic. I do think soy garlic is my preferred of the two from Bonchon. Mm-hmm. Alright. I don't want to eat that right now. I'm going to finish off with one more piece of chicken and then wrap up. Thing is, with fasting, because you go for such a long duration without eating any food, the elasticity of your stomach causes your stomach to shrink a little bit. So I just don't have the capacity I would normally have. I can polish this off easily and probably have like a medium Domino's pizza right afterwards. But right now I'm kind of getting close to the end. I don't want to stuff my face and feel like shit afterwards. So I just want to feel be a little bit more mindful about what I put into my body, as well as how much of it I want to put into my body, and kind of reverse what I've done over the past 3 months, which is I've added 20 pounds. I've gained 20 pounds since about October. So It started sort of before I went to Japan, but after Japan, I just couldn't recover. Excuse me. But I'm making a concerted effort to cut that weight. I know how to do it. This is certainly going to help. Not this, but the fasting in general. So I'll get there, and I'll give you all some more updates. I'm working on a project related to that, so stay tuned for that. Wow. A cascade of juice just came out. So good. All right. What I'm left with is spicy drumstick, soy garlic, flat, half a waffle, half a thigh. Lunch for tomorrow. Cool. Oh, and some kimchi saw and some rice. Cool. So that's it for the video today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Even better yet, hit the subscribe button as well. Until next time, Feast Mode out.